You will.
Someone's gonna be rich.
You will get that house. Yeah, and we saw ARSENY has great hit scan capabilities.
Absolutely.
Let's
That is
start.
one of his strongest. Do we start on ARSENY?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. ARSENY's LG is fantastic. It's been fantastic all this tournament. So I definitely think he's got a chance in this. If he can just keep his cool, if he finds an advantage like he's been doing almost every time.
Around the corner. Oh, what? He actually evades the flame strike and the rocket, so he dodges 175 damage, but then doubles back to the same position, and yes, base is still in the area.
Still has the inject ready though. Doesn't pop it at all. So there he pops it a little bit too late, I feel like. But regardless.
What the hell? The LG was amazing from base.
Yeah, base is really good LG as well. And yeah, just one frag up for base still. Early days, early days. If he is up, that goes to ARSENY. That is definitely a good thing. But the rail finishes him off to 7 HP. Basically already in the grave, but he does pick up some nice what's it called, health bubbles. Still has the inject ready, so he's looking for an engagement here. If he can rail base once here, he might go in for it.
Oh, but
and does actually get it.
yeah, base not having enough ammo in his lightning gun.
Yeah, base was a little bit too early on the heavy.
Oh, and he gets sent off from the mega health. Both items going ARSENY's way. His jump down is a little bit risky, but still he does the damage to get this frag.
Look at that. Good start from ARSENY. This is where he needs to keep up, you know, don't lose your concentration.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Press F to win. But yeah, on the other hand, again, ARSENY not really prepared by the double backs of base. Like he got completely off guard. Like you might, I think you would hear base coming around the corner again, but
maybe he can't hear over his heartbeat or something. I mean, playing players of this caliber, yeah, it's gotta be rough. But he's keeping his cool. Did pick up the mega there in the last possible second. He had like 2 HP left after that first engagement. But yeah, all this time it's basically ARSENY battling for his way back into this. After those quick frags that base managed to get there, he's now been in control for quite some time. But items are going ARSENY's way, and good shotgun kill. That's a good opening. And yeah, both items for ARSENY, there's a decent split between them. So this is a good way for him to start racking up some kills.
oh, 2 for nothing in the fire strike. He didn't hit anything.
Oh, it's so hard to hit their face when he's like dancing behind the pillar with a shotgun. It's just so hard to hit there.
Base shot before the mega half pickup. He spots the light and is ready for a fight. Well, ARSENY taking the defense, which is quite effective. Stripping all the armor base was working with, and no health anymore for him. ARSENY gets the heavy as a reward. Jumps over the rockets from base. Oh, not able to dodge the follow-up though. And now base freshly stacked with mega health. Will be on the hunt for ARSENY.
ARSENY, that was a costly engagement from ARSENY. As a result, base jumps in, hits one rocket, that's it. That was a very costly engagement from ARSENY, trying to defend the mega there. I mean, he did the right thing, but base just threw everything he had at him. He was very low after that engagement. And now it's base's turn to come back and work with the stack and work with the flow that he's already got. And look at this, completely, fearless. And this is something that perhaps we don't see as much from ARSENY. But base just 100% truly believing in his capabilities there. And sometimes that's what's needed, you know, just go in with everything you have to get that control. But base is doing great with his shotgun. That's like the 3rd or 4th kill that he gets with the shotgun here. It's a great weapon to use in these close quarters.
There was also an interesting way how he entered that area. He had a nose for that ARSENY was there with an angle on him. He really tried to bait the shot first. But it's ARSENY who gets another frag on the board. He was working with the lead for quite a while and now base got back. But he's doing the work. Like, great connection on those rockets. In the end, it's a little bit of a dirty fight, but he has the inject and the route to the mega health. And the opening damage, ooh! Oh, thankfully the rocket does not connect, so he still has a lot of stack to work with. Oh, but why are you using those rails? Just finish the deal, or seal the deal with the rocket launcher in hand.
Yeah. The weapon usage here might not be the most optimal, and that costs ARSENY. He needs these frags at any cost right now. That is his only way back into this.
Stopwatch.
He cannot let these mistakes happen because base is gonna punish him for that. But still, base is low. Both items have gone to ARSENY. And he does have the inject as well, so ARSENY should go in for an engagement right now, and that's exactly what he will.
Yeah, he
Nice
certainly
rocket.
has the speed. Wow, nice.
Amazing movement. ARSENY barely loses out on anything after that. Pops the inject, gets heavy, and he can go in for another rotation here because there's no item up yet. Okay,
Oh, but base is around the corner. But his shotgun
Trap.
does not connect. Or not enough to blow up ARSENY. And ARSENY is tying it up. Walks into a rail though. And this heavy is far away from spawning. Oh. Out in the open waiting for a major item. Not the best thing to do.
No, definitely not. And that was ARSENY's chance. Okay, picks up the mega, that's good. Narrowly avoids the flame strike. Doesn't take any damage from that. Base is kind of low, licking his wounds after that engagement. And ARSENY hits this rail. Okay, if he hits anything here, pops the inject, good timing. Can he find this? Oh, again, misses the key rail on base. And yeah, base is still up a frag here, so doesn't need to rush this. And now he's up 2 frags. Yeah, just overall, base is hitting the rails. This is something that ARSENY isn't doing in the same manner. And there's the 3rd frag on the streak. And just like that, it just crumbles. It's exactly what we've been talking about. ARSENY doing really, really well. Coming back into that with 3 or 4 frags. That was amazing work from him. And then he just, you know, slips by his fingers, basically.
Yeah, and then you see that he's still playing a light. Like, he spawns without any armor, so...
Yeah, true.
Yeah, if he engages right after he spawns, he's just basically dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Stopwatch.
Absolutely. But it was a very, very nice try from ARSENY. I really like how he played, and he seemed to not really respect base too much. Just played his own game, and it really went well. As I said, came back into that quite nicely. So definitely gonna be he should be proud of this anyway. Just couldn't really take it all the way. But it's still gonna be good experience for him. And there's still another map coming up, so not the whole world.
Well, he gets lost track on the board. And yeah, we do see a lot of potential. Like, he's hitting awesome with the hit scan weapons, but sometimes it's also a death trap because he uses the rail yeah, up close and then missing a shot, or hitting the shot and then gets melted anyway because it wasn't yeah, it wasn't a kill shot. So let's see what's next up on the menu. We get the Duel now. The Battle of the Proposals. Lena with the totems and Eisen with the turret.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I mean, that first one was very nice to watch. It was very, you know, not the kind of game you would expect seeing ARSENY go up versus Base, who's an absolute veteran in the scene, been around for a long time, been playing in QPL, but it just proves that these players are capable of contending with the top players, but can they go all the way? Not this time. ARSENY couldn't go all the way. It all comes down to that, you know, managing whenever you get the slightest opening, just taking it and you know, not really dropping your advantage either, because ARSENY, I felt like, had an advantage there for some time. The score was tied and he was sort of working with a decent stack, and then yeah, something happened. I can't remember what exactly, but something happened and Base took the opportunity.
Okay, I would say let's start on ARSENY again.
Begins in
Absolutely.
3, 2,
He's got a lot to prove.
I
Fight.
need a weapon. Be healed.
Well, he gets a nice spawn, the heavy. And does some time file control. So he will get his second one pretty fast. But the first one is already removed. And well, while he doubles back or retreats, he's hitting 3 rails. Base will now collect the railgun. And ARSENY is not aware that he went that way. Maybe it would have been nice to attack him over there. He gets the heavy. Base getting the mega health mid-fight, but is it enough?
Okay.
Do not favor
In the end, Base does deal some damage to himself, I think, but ARSENY does take the frag, and like I said, this is something that we see a lot. We almost always see ARSENY taking the first frag. He's good in the first, like the opening minutes of the match. He's always showing great knowledge. The question is, can he keep that up this match? But yeah, it was some very good rails there. Now, however, Base is just hunting him, and ARSENY is now the hunter, and Base's LG is just too strong, and just like that, it's 3-1, and ARSENY is gonna be scratching his head. Where did this happen? Wow. Oh my god. very, very, very nice Quake being played from the base right now. All collective, timing it nicely, just coming in, hitting all the rockets, finishing off with rails. Just, you know, textbook Quake right now.
Yeah, it's also so much knowledge of how these spawns work.
Stopwatch.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, this is a nasty rocket to take though. And he has to be careful walking into a totem. Well, ARSENY is around to do a lot of LG damage. Wow, our base was not prepared for that fight. And he gets the heavy as a reward. Base has the opposite position for this Mega Elf though. Oh, a nice exit drill from ARSENY.
Still anybody's game at this point.
Oh, base doing cleanup duty. Like all the totems are going.
Yeah, he's focusing on that right now.
Impressive.
Oh, nice one though from ARSENY. Nice rail just across the corner.
Oh,
And
he does not get the opening
spawn.
rocket. Oh, that would have been another frag for ARSENY. But his first rocket is off.
Oh, he's gonna get this one though. No! Again, poor management with the weapons. Okay, actually, it was just I think there's a switch time, I suppose. When you hit the first rail, you can't switch weapons. But ARSENY hit a point blank rail on base. Base was down to 5 HP, but ARSENY couldn't get a different weapon up in time, so base finished him off in the end. And I mean, even if base only came out of that by 5 HP, it's still a frag. It still means a lot to the game as a whole. And here comes base again. Just spiraling in. And just like that. That was like 3 or 4 frags in a minute, you know. It's just how it is every time. Base gets the slightest opening and that's it. But ARSENY, okay, nice one from ARSENY.
Hello, base. Say hello to my shotgun.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, just ARSENY getting 2 frags there, but because he was so extremely low after that, there was like no items to pick up, and yeah, just not much for him to do.
Yeah, and that's maybe also the story of this map. Like, ARSENY gets a frag, he's left rather low, so
5-minute
base
warning.
can get back into control or get a refrag.
Yeah.
And if base gets a frag, it's much cleaner.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it is. That's why it's hard for ARSENY right now. Every time, you know, he needs to get a kill, but to get a kill, he needs to engage with base in a way so that he left pretty low, so he's never really able to start rolling completely. He can get a frag here and there, like we've seen, but it never really leads to you know, to a streak.
Yeah, those frags need to mean something. Like, if you get a frag and then can fall back to an item. Or maybe die in the process, but then can go to the next item. Then you're getting something in return. But right now he's not getting anywhere. He does get the frags on the board, but it doesn't change the status quo.
Yeah, once again, ARSENY is fighting this uphill battle constantly, and I feel like that's been the story of his entire run this tournament, but this time it's he's looking at a completely dark tunnel. There's not much light in there right now, and I'm not sure what is going through his head right now, if he's already given up or if he's still trying to sort of find the last rope to hold on to. and swing his way back into this game. But so far, Base is just really setting up these traps really nicely and just waiting for ARSENY to go right into them. And as we can see, this is what happens every time, and ARSENY just can't finish it off. 4-12 now.
Yeah, and again, but this time around he can get the mega health. Like, so much damage still from Base. Like, he knew he would die, and he just holds the angle. Knows that ARSENY will walk into his rail.
Sustains you.
Yeah.
So he left that frag with ARSENY being at 29 health.
Stopwatch.
He does get a denial of the heavy onto Base. So, yeah, and he picks up a light mid-fight, but it's not enough.
No, it's not enough. And yeah, ARSENY understands that it's not enough, and he calls GG and just leaves. And yeah, wasn't much for him to do there in the end. It just completely spiraled out of control. And that's Base taking the series 2-0. He's gonna go up against Races. We're gonna have one hell of a final to watch now.
Indeed.